I'm not afraid.
Yeah. It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place.
Hello bloggers and bloggies. I am The Watcher, and of course this is the Blog Watch. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you all for the comments that you sent me via email and feedback for the 555 column. As you can see, no shirt and tie today. That was really just for the 555. Today I'm a little more casual on my couch. And today's blog is called The Viewer's Choice. I asked many of you to send me some quick questions, anything you wanted to hear my thoughts about, and you did good. You guys definitely had a good outpour. I'm going to be answering 4 of them today, and we're going to start off with the first question. Our first question is from Squidly the Ogre, and he asked me a couple of days ago on one of the other blog watches, how did I know that Brodus Clay was Dick Murdoch's son? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I read it about 2 years ago on the OVW website for their wrestlers. They were given a bit of a background, and I just went with it. I thought that, you know, it was true. I also read it before he ended up on NXT, and I believe it to be true information. I don't know if it's 100% true. I don't know if it's just storyline or what, but I'm only going with what I read. You know, like I said, it was on OVW back when he was there training. He was known as Gorilla or G-Rilla, whatever you want to call him. But he is still a really good wrestler. And if he does turn out to be Dick Murdoch's son, then more power to him. It means that the WWE definitely has another good second-generation superstar that they can bank on. Our second question is from Kia Francis. I believe that's the right name. That's the name that was on the email. I want to thank you for your email question. And they asked, do I think that Vince McMahon is going to retire the tag team titles anytime soon and just do away with tag team wrestling altogether? I don't believe that's going to happen. You know, the tag team titles and tag team scene may be in a shambles right now. But when you really look at the big picture, it's pretty much based on trying to use stars that need to get over to be put in a tag team and given a title shot or the gold. Look at Nexus, the Core. Santino and Vladimir Kozlov definitely got over as a tag team with the gold around their waist. You never know when they're going to put John Cena and a guy like Randy Orton together just to give them some gold when they don't have a world title around their waist. You really never know. I think that the tag team titles right now are just being used as a stepping stone to get guys over. And I don't think Vince is going to take that away. I wish that they would start expanding their tag team division. I wish that they would start bringing in more teams. I think that Kurt Hawkins and Trent Beretta could be used as a great team on SmackDown. I think that the Core and the Nexus should branch out and be involved in tag team wrestling a little bit more. But I'm not a WWE owner. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know why it is they feel it's easier to book one wrestler rather than two. But I really wish the tag team wrestling scene would start to pick up again. Our third question is once again from Squidly the Ogre. And he asked me which WWE or TNA or any wrestling entrance music do I like the best. And I have to say, I like a lot of wrestling music. You know, I was always one of those guys that either downloaded or bought the tape or CD of the entrance music. I think that entrance music really adds to a character, just like it did with Goldberg, and it does for Goldust and The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. One of my favorite themes of all time has always been Ric Flair's theme from 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm not really happy that he's not using that in TNA anymore. But, you know, what can you do? The WWE now owns the right to that song for him to come out to. I also enjoyed Enter the Sandman when it was played for the Sandman in ECW, but that's a real song. I like a lot of the wrestling themes. I just hate when they're really, really generic. You know, you look at a guy like Chris Masters, Tyler Rex, even Trent Beretta or Chavo Guerrero. They're kind of generic, except for maybe the opening line. So, but I am a very big fan on wrestling entrance themes. Triple H's is one of my favorites. Shawn Michaels is always a song that when you hear it, you just want to mark out. The Undertaker, you know, he started using Johnny Cash's theme song now, Ain't No Grave. And I'm not really a big fan of that. You know, I know that's supposed to deal with the whole Last Outlaw thing, but I really think that maybe the Graveyard Symphony, as it was called, was the song that made his character. Our final question is from a very good friend of mine by the name of Viking Rage. He's one of the gentlemen who supported me when I first got to Lords of Pain and on the CF. And his question is, what do I think is going to happen after WrestleMania when all these older stars like Stone Cold and The Rock leave? Well, Stone Cold's going to stick around because of Tough Enough. So is Trish Stratus. The Rock is supposed to be there after WrestleMania for a couple of Raws. He's definitely booked for the WrestleMania after Raw. And I think that, things are just going to go back to normal. It definitely has helped the ratings boost. In the last month, the WWE has seen at least a quarter of their audience jump up. From going from 4.8 million fans to over 5 million fans to, 5.9 million fans, pulling in a 3.84 or a 3.9 instead of the usual 3.2 they were doing. It's definitely due to guys like Stone Cold, Triple H, The Undertaker, The Rock, and Kevin Nash, Booker T, and Trish Stratus coming back. It's also due to Christian returning. The WWE's main event scene is once again starting to get better. And I just think that after WrestleMania, things will probably still stay the course. I don't see it changing much. I think that Vince McMahon has really helped promote WrestleMania, promote his stars the right way, and any casual fan who just said, oh, I'm going to go check out what's going on because The Rock is back or Stone Cold, is going to enjoy the WWE product right now. They're not going to step away. They're not going to find themselves going, oh, well, WrestleMania is over, I'm done. No. I definitely think that things are going to stay the same way that they have been since The Rock first returned. So that's just my thoughts on a few different questions that were asked to me. Continue to send the questions. You can reach me at TheWatcherLOP@yahoo.com. You can also reach me on Facebook.com. I'll put the link up at the ending of the movie. And I want to thank you guys for all the support and questions. Keep sending them, because I plan on doing this once a week. Every Sunday you are going to see me doing a bit of a viewer's choice. So whoever has a question, please send them. The final thing I want to talk about, the 555 column was brought in video form yesterday, and it was really fun. The blog watch is sticking in the blogs. It's going to be a video column. It is not going anywhere. And the 555 may get split, half written, half video columns, throughout the month. So I just want to thank you guys for all your questions, your support, your comments, your feedbacks. You guys have really made this more fun than I thought it was going to be. And I guess that's about it. As always, I'm The Watcher, and I will see you again in a couple days with my next video.